Good morning, patients. I will not say welcome to your appointment because this isn't one. It is much more a simple update because, let's face it, the last video I released was more than 2 weeks ago. It was on June 1st. Today is June the 17th. So here's the thing. Technically, the file format, I'm just gonna go straight into it. The file format that I use for my recordings is mostly supported by the editing software, but it depends also on the codec used along with that file format. And there was an update at the start of the month, right after I released the Karen. Sorry, I think it's going to rain really soon and really hard, and I have some windows open, so I'm just keeping an eye out for that. Yeah, there was an update right after I released the Karen video, and it kind of broke which codecs are supported for which file formats. Um, so the thing is, I use the MKV file format because it allows me to have separate audio tracks that I can then edit independently from one another. But the codec that I used for the MKV, it just doesn't work. So I recorded part 7 of Chants of Sonar. For that one, I don't think it was really related because I was not able to access even the raw file. And the way Chants of Sonar works is that it constantly overwrites its own saves with the autosave feature. So I lost that one, the first part 7. I re-recorded another part 7 that I still have the raw recording for, so that's all good. But because of the update, I would say, about 3/4 or 2/3 of the way into editing, it just stopped working because the update came in, and I went, okay, I tried to fix a few things, couldn't figure out the issue. Figured, you know what, I'll deal with it another time because I was getting tired, so I recorded part 8, and I'm obviously having the same issue with that. That being said, it works if I go with a less efficient codec and I still keep the MKV file. So for the future videos, it should be technically all good, but for the two that I have already recorded, well, there are some possible fixes, let's put it that way. In the recording software that I use, there's a remuxer they call, which is basically just a file converter that I can use to go from the MKV file to the MP4 file format. The issue with MP4 is that you cannot have separate audio tracks. And the thing is, since I am recording, or I have recorded already with 2 separate audio tracks, what the converter will do is it will smash everything together. As you can probably imagine, it kind of messes with the audio recording. The wind is really picking up, and I can see the clouds are getting really dark. Anyway, so I'll just make this quick. So I tried doing the remux thing with part 7, and what it does is the audio kind of sounds a bit crappy, and also it just full on cuts parts of the audio. So my two options right now are just screw it all and go on with recording part 9. I don't really want to do that. So what I'm gonna do is I will try to edit them as best I can, but they're going to be heavily edited. And I'll try to see if I can make something that sort of holds water. If it doesn't work, then I'll try to at least get some pieces in so I can kind of have an introduction to part 9 of Chants of Sonar, so that there's some continuity and we don't just jump from the start of that zone to the end of it. So yeah, just wanted to jump on real quick and kind of give an update. And hopefully with the fiddling that I've done, everything will work, everything will be fine, and we can just pick up from wherever it is we will have left off, if that kind of makes sense, a weird kind of past future-ish. And we can get back to weekly releases. Anyway, that's really all I had. And yeah, sort of half improvised, but there you have it. That's why there's been radio silence. It was mostly in case that I had mentioned at the end of Karen that I was going to go back to weekly releases. So yeah, this was supposed to be short. It's been already 10 minutes, so I'm gonna leave it at that, and I hope to see you all next time with some better news than that. Take care, all of you. À la prochaine.